Well, I said before I was going to try and show you a rig. Well, here is my rig. It's £14 mono on this reel. It's on a only bait runner I got left. Long story. That's a 1 ounce plumb lead attached on a swivel. Large ball swivel running up the mono. Down a bead, standard swivel. That is armour blade Dacron going up on the D-rig style that I've had for a while. I've had a different style as well. I'll just pick it up and show you. There's a D in the line. You make the loop, put it over the hook, and then put the line back through the hook itself for the eye, down to your swivel, and tie it. But what I was doing was using a crimp, C crimp or a pike crimp, to keep it in place. It doesn't stop the integral strength of the rig or anything. That's literally just to stop that line going forward any further. And then I use a rubber bead on a swivel. I don't use a steel ring or anything. I use a swivel. Makes it much stiffer and harder for the bait to turn than a D-rig. And a standard bait stop on a Scopex 14mm boilie. And this is what I had fishing 10mm on a piece of corn the other day and caught me a carp. See how that hangs? Perfect. It caught me a carp, but I want to try these new Scopex boilies. So I'm just going to put it out on this spare rod. I'm going to put it out by the weed bed. This is a very soft, almost Avon style carp rod. I bought this for the Avon actually. It's an old Avu Delta. It's had me barbel to 12.10 on it and chub to 6. Barbel to 12.2 and chub to 6.10 on it. And strangely enough, my biggest pike, which I caught on the Avon, come on a float rod, but that's usual when you're catching bits. So we're going to chuck this out, and we're going to leave this. The only problem is this lake doesn't have possum shat, but it does have crayfish. You can find your bait totally whittled down, and these are fresh baits, so I'm hoping they'll survive it. But we'll cast out soon and see what happens. It even hangs in the right angle for hooking a carp in the mouth. Perfect. Okay, let's put it out. We're going to put it out to that side of the lake, see what we can catch, and leave the other 3 rods. I know all the other 3 rods, my nashes are all on sweet corn, so I'm going to hop them 2 left rods back over to the right and leave this one on the outside. So if I know if anything goes, it's on a boilie on that rod. I have watched that left hand rod actually being attacked. It's probably because it's got a couple of those artificial maggots on it and it's tipping the sweet corn. So that's probably, I've not heard a beep, so it's definitely small stuff, but let's hope that we get some fish to put on this. 4 days, 4 nights, 5 days. I have noticed some fish coming out actually right in front of me. Those 4 trees dead in front, they are on the shadow as usual on that silt run, and there's definitely bubbles coming up there. 2 or 3 small carp feeding by the looks of it. Unfortunately this lake doesn't have any bream or any tench, which is a shame. Oh, there's a nice fish coming up in line with that box over there behind the tree. And I've already put a rod out there with sweet corn on, so let's pray something comes along. But until then, just sort my gear out. There's so much stuff to put away. There's no less than 5 sets of bubbles out there at the moment. That's the most activity I've seen on this lake since I started fishing it in April. Yeah, I was late to start fishing it, I know. Oh well. I'm trying to make several 10-minute vlogs on this if I can. 5 or 6 minutes is better than watching a 2-minute video, I think. So, right, let's get sorted. Got me stuff to spot out there, but I do have a whole bucket of ground bait, which is absolutely gorgeous. Census 3000 carp, real lovely chocolatey flavour to it, and there's ground hemp and everything in there as well. Plus the 2 litres I got there. That bucket's now half full. That's just with particles and a small amount of ground bait I had. I've yet to make it up into a really thick, ballable ground bait I can put out. I think I'm more or less going to go 10, 12 metres from the island in a straight line right across from about there to the island, that side of the island. You can just see if I move my finger from there, right along that natural shadow line to about there. Right, let's get started. I would like a fish before evening. Then I will feel more confident. As Stuart Bloor says, you should feel confident before you start. Well, I do feel confident. The fish were feeding the other day well, so, and all these bubbles, this is even better. The lake is up a little bit with the rainwater. That's probably carried a lot of food or disturbed the bottom some, and brought natural food up. So who knows? I'm surrounded by cuckoos, nightingales and everything else singing their heads off. Another pleasant day. Hardy's had a small telling off because he keeps running off, so he's now doing his I'm a Labrador and look at my sulky face. Bless him. Well, let's get this rig on the line. Oh, sorry, it's on the line already. Get this rig out in the water and see what it can do for me. Right, see you all later.